Welcome to the first episode of Business Report Weekly, where we go over the top business headlines to keep you up to speed. Today, we're going to be covering why Bill Gates says that AI could soon be replacing teachers. We're going to talk about why you need to care about your employees' mental health in 2023. And of course, we've got to talk about Tucker Carlson getting fired from Fox News. So let's dive in. First off, let's talk about employee mental health. As a business owner, you may feel like the demand to take responsibility for your employees' mental health is simply coddling a softer generation. And to a certain extent, it may be true. So, like it or not, gone are the days when you can expect your employees to just decorate their cubicle with a picture of their family, put their head down, and drown out their emotions with work like real adults. Today, we believe that work should be as fulfilling as the weekend. This evolution has brought about companies like Salesforce actually investing in a ranch to, quote, bring back the spontaneity and joy of working together. Meanwhile, NerdWallet has started offering paid mental health days on top of the usual paid time off and sick days, going as far as to shut down the whole company for a self-care day to make sure that everyone has an unplugged day without any coworkers messaging them. Other companies are hiring therapists to be on staff for their employees' use or including meditation as part of their routine. So whether you're a corporation that can stay on the cutting edge of these perks or a small business with less margin than you'd like to admit, you need to think about how you can give employees what they're looking for. Your relationship with them is changing, whether you're ready or not. And while we're on the topic of new developments in the workplace, let's talk about AI. As ChatGPT and other emerging technologies have been sweeping the workplace, political discussions, and Twitter threads, the real question is how will this affect the workforce? With ChatGPT being able to spit out near-perfect contracts, our need for contract lawyers will be cut in a meaningful way. We no longer need someone to spend hours drafting up a contract. All we need is someone who can take a few minutes to review what ChatGPT has already created. AI has also been making its mark on the customer service industry for quite some time now. And have you seen the graphic design work that AI can do? But now there's a new industry at risk: teachers. That's right, Bill Gates has predicted that within the next 18 months, AI will be able to teach students to read. And with the advancements we've already seen this year, it's not so hard to believe. And speaking of technology that's scaring the nation, TikTok. With fears escalating around a company so close to the CPC having access to so much data in the US, talks of banning the social media app are at an all-time high. It's been banned from all federal devices. Many states have banned it from their own government devices. And now we're closer than ever to seeing it banned for regular US citizens. The Montana Congress has actually voted to pass a bill that would ban TikTok for their state. Now it's awaiting on their governor's desk to be signed. While experts did expect Governor Gianforte to sign this bill into effect, it has hit a bit of a speed bump as the governor is now asking for some changes to that bill. So it's hard to tell what will actually happen there. Simultaneously, the federal bill that would ban TikTok for the US has garnered quite a bit of criticism from politicians on both sides of the aisles, as well as commentators. Critics accuse the bill of being too broad and too vague, potentially allowing for some unwanted government overreach. So, will TikTok actually get banned? It's hard to tell, but it's gotten its share of negative press. So if you have a business that heavily relies on TikTok, I would start diversifying now, just so you don't wake up one morning and have to scramble to rebuild your business. Now, of course, we had to touch briefly on the most surprising day that legacy media has had in a long time. On Monday, April 24th, both Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon were fired from Fox and CNN, respectively. Whether the 24th was just a good day for firing, or if they collaborated to make a bigger news story, guess nobody knows. But make a news story it did. While many people had suspected that Don Lemon's days at CNN were numbered, Tucker Carlson's firing came as a complete shock. He was one of the network's hottest personalities, pulling in great ratings, but that wasn't enough to save his job. Now, I'm gonna skip the speculations and rumors about what was behind his firing, but I think there's a lesson in here for all of us business owners. Now, if you've spent a lot of time listening to conservatives talk about Carlson's firing, many think it was a horrible move for Fox, potentially even marking the beginning of their downfall. But let's be real, Fox News is much bigger than one personality, and this isn't the first time that they've let go of someone who had great ratings. Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly were both crushing it when they were let go, but Fox went on to find new stars, using the assumption that they have more data than we do, and that the top guys at Fox are more experienced than most of us. You have to believe that they thought it would be better for their company to let go of Carlson versus keep him. And based on that, they made a bold move. As a small business owner, I think sometimes we lack the willingness to make those bold moves, and that holds us down and can even ultimately be our downfall. You may disagree with the way he was let go, and that's fine, but ultimately, we all need to be willing to make those tough calls for our own company, even when outsiders don't understand. Now, last and potentially least, Biden did announce that he will be running for president again in 2024, which means we might be gearing up for another Biden-Trump rematch. That is, if a certain recently unemployed TV personality doesn't decide to throw his hat in that race. That could make things interesting. Now for things to keep your eye on this coming week. No one's sure whether or not the banking failures are over yet. So make sure that you're keeping your accounts below that $250,000 FDIC insured mark. Also, it seems like there's a small chance that the left and the right won't agree on budgets soon enough to raise that debt ceiling. So I guess pray that doesn't happen. That's it for this week. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and come back next week to get caught up again.